take a look at this position here. If your idea was to play bishop c3, attacking the queen and protecting the rook, you would have actually lost the Englund Gambit in only 8 moves. Hey there, fellow chess goons. My name is Anthony Arena. I am a 2000 rated chess expert from Long Island, New York. And today we're going to go over how to win and destroy the Englund Gambit. Let's get to it. So the Englund Gambit starts after d4. And in this position, our opponent plays e5. They are challenging you to take back the pawn with the idea that they can win it back and create an attack on this dark square diagonal. One option that you can play, just completely ignore this threat, is to play d5. But please note that by playing d5, you're actually giving black a slight advantage, and this pawn will be sort of difficult to defend. It's still an even game, but you give black initiative. So taking is the best option here. You do want to play into this gambit. Most of the time, you'll see knight to c6, attacking the pawn. Knight to f3 is the natural response, defending the pawn. But then queen to e7, and now there's a double attack. An unnatural but correct move here is bishop f4, and now there are 2 defenders of the pawn. This is where we get into the Englund position. Queen b4, checking the king, attacking b2, and after we wheel the bishop back to d2, attacking the queen. Queen takes b2, and now we're in the crucial position. The reason why bishop c3 is a losing idea is because of the insane bishop to b4, and now you cannot take the queen because of this pin. So let's say you were to play something like queen d2, looking to defend the bishop. And now if queen takes rook, bishop can take, bishop takes back, and at the very least, you may have saved the position slightly. Well, actually, bishop takes, queen takes back, of course, protecting the rook, knight's protecting the queen, but in this position, queen c1 is checkmate, and you've just lost the Englund Gambit in 8 moves. Pretty much any line you play from this position is losing after your opponent plays bishop to b4. So I highly recommend and suggest that you play knight to c3 instead. In this way, the queen now protects the rook, and your knight is well placed on c3. From here, there are 2 main attacks that you're going to want to watch out for. Now, bishop to b4 is the first attack. In this situation, you have the opportunity to play rook b1, forcing the queen away, rook b3, queen goes to a5, and in this situation, we've successfully refuted the Englund Gambit. We'll be able to play e4, allowing this bishop to get active on the light squares. We're going to start attacking the c7 square, threatening forking ideas and threatening the queen, and this will be winning for white. So if we back it up a second, this isn't always the move that you're going to see. Bishop b4 is one of the 2 main moves, but another main move that you absolutely need to watch out for is knight to b4. And this is extremely tricky, and if you don't know how to play this, you will also lose the game in 8 moves. And the whole idea here is if you play the natural-looking rook b1, attacking the queen, you actually fall to knight c2. The king is smothered but not mated, but the only way to get rid of this knight is queen takes, and you've just lost the queen. And unfortunately, you will not be able to pull this game out. You've been tricked. So let's back it up. And we see knight to b4 is played here, and c2 is under attack. But how do we defend this? Well, knight to d4, it does the trick. If you play something like either bishop to c5 or c5, the more aggressive options here, you can now play rook to b1. The knight is still defending the fork. The queen will have to move out of the way. And in this situation, you're going to be able to attack the queen with your knights like this. And in this way, the queen is really forced to play a5, then e4, defending the knights. And if you try chasing the knight away, there's going to be some discovered attack ideas with this dark square bishop, and you're also going to be threatening the fork with the rook and the king. So that's how you refute the knight variation, right? So there's one other trick that you have to really watch out for in the Englands. Instead of developing with the knight and attacking, you can actually gambit a second pawn in the England as well. So pawn takes back here, bishop takes, and in this position, your opponent's gambited a pawn, but you can play normal chess. You can develop your knights, you can develop your bishops, and you'll be in solid position. You also need to watch out for the solar gambit, which is f6, pawn takes, knight takes, and once again, white is okay. You've won a pawn. He's got slightly faster development, but overall, you're going to be okay. So overall, guys, the Englund Gambit is extremely dangerous, but do not be afraid to take that pawn and play into it because it is winning for white every single time. You just have to know the little tricks. If you like to play the Englund Gambit, definitely let me know in the comment section. This is one of the first openings I played when I first started chess. And other than that, if you enjoyed this content, definitely give it a like. Let me know what you think. If you want to get better at actually identifying these tactics, I highly recommend checking out this video here on some of the most difficult chess puzzles in the entire world and how you can solve these tough positions. Stay classy, my friends. Until next time.